Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back, Space Engineers. I'm your host, Quantum Tator. Quantum Tator, say hello. Ooh, oh, I took some damage. Alrighty, we're back at it. What are we, number, what, 75? Last time, we made a lot of parts. I think we are still making a lot of parts. Are we still, we are out of iron. That is, I don't love that. Okay. Well, that changes some of the plans we had for today. Let's see. 9. I need... I did not mean to do that. That's supposed to stay this color. Do we not have motors? Right? Shoot. Production. What can we put in? What can I read? Okay, so we're gonna disassemble. So last time, yeah. Okay, let's get that done. Last time last time we ran out of iron. Last time on Spaceballs Z, we were in the process of producing a bunch of stuff. Let's see if I can get these motors built really quick. Because we're going to need it to go put a drill down so that we can, oh, you know what, I think I've got the stuff for the drill in the FE mine. So we're going to go do that. And we're also going to go pick up the sun unknown signal as soon as these parts get done. So let me grab all this stuff. So last time we worked on building up our farm. It is going to be airtight. And we did, you know, a little mix of cutting and time-lapsing and different things like that, just kind of mulling through it as quickly as we could. It's building stuff takes a long time, or it can take a long time. I feel like it's an interesting problem sort of to have because typically what happens is, I'm going to pause for a second. Typically what happens is like you get it all laid out, and then if it's a big system like what we're doing over there, like that's not a small farm. That's not just like a little square building and stuff. So it's definitely got some different things. Let's get in our little guy here. Let's get in the, what do we call this? The hauler. So last time, Clyde, you asked what the gun did. It looked like the turret shot the tire that it's pointing at directly and damaged it trying to shoot a spider. What I thought had happened, I thought that's what happened, and then it seemed like it didn't happen because the turret wasn't firing later, but then it seemed like it is what happened, and the turret's just being stupid, and I thought maybe the spider damaged it. It did not. Um, it is pretty dark. I think we can drive up this entire hill in my very qualified rover. I was doing pretty good so far, I gotta say. I haven't even cranked on the boosters. The turbo mode. You ever see that movie Turbo? Not the one with the snail, like, what was that? I don't think it had Charlie Sheen in it and had the car with the turbo. Kit had a turbo button. Anyways, yeah, so he mentioned, Clyde also said that Keen messed up making the thing only have ports, the irrigation system only have ports on top. What else did we, I am going to run piping down to a resource node. Chad had also mentioned making sure using sorters to segregate any ice that's supposed to be going anywhere so that the irrigation system gets the ice it needs and the plants don't die. I will say that there will not be a oxygen hydrogen farm on that grid specifically for hydrogen. I do not plan to store hydrogen there, so I will not. It shouldn't. An H2O2 generator shouldn't prioritize itself and steal all of the ice, so the irrigation system should work just fine. Let's see what else. Let's see. As far as I put mine under the farm plots with large cargo. I'm not going to assume you're going to do close. I am going to pressurize the entire space. I know there's a little oxygen here, so the plants won't do well. And then all the storms. I think Chad also mentioned all the storms. It's going to be closed in. I just was getting an idea. Basically, I want to build out the system first, and we got to see what that's going to look like. But I'm going to need iron, and I don't have any iron, so that's going to be interesting. I don't think in all of my roaming around, let's go ahead and get this guy because it definitely will despawn if I give it an opportunity to. Excuse me, sir. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Clang? What did we get? Hey. That's actually, I, one of the things is useful, the other thing's not really so much. I don't think I need to, Let's see. The button there, got all that. I don't think these are going to be the motors I need. We definitely, you know what? I know that this was going to despawn pretty quick because we're still looking for coffee, by the way. Engineered Coffee created a coffee mod. I definitely downloaded that coffee mod and we are looking for the coffee. We need that hot bean juice, the bean water. So we're definitely going to have to continue hunting those things. I wonder if I can go to the FE mine from over here or if it will be ultra tragic and I crashed going down this mountain. Let's do a quick, I'm going to change the color of the FE mines just so it sticks out a little better because it's currently, we want the to be more blue and then we're going to make it this, not orange, maybe not that saturated. There we go. That looks like iron coming out of the ground kind of. It blends in really well with this planet, so maybe that's a terrible idea. Maybe I need to do like a super bright gray. Anyway, so Chad said keep in mind that the O2 is low. Make sure you're protecting the crops from storms, stuff like that. Uh, and then keeping a cargo specifically for the irrigation systems that sorts ice to it. Like I said, I think I'm just going to have an isolated grid that does nothing but mine ice for the irrigation systems and nothing else. I do not plan to. I totally can drive over here. It's gonna be easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We gotta get an iron thing set up quick, otherwise we're hosed. Now I just, I dropped off some more stuff a little bit off screen to get some things built out. And I do have some parts in this, small steel tubes, etc., specifically to take over to the farm, Tator Farms. So I'm carrying some stuff right now. What do we got in it? We're not full by any means, but we got some parts. Like we're not out of material. I'm gonna eat one of our crisps. Kelp crisps does a body good. So let's get down here really quick and let's get an iron mine started. I was gonna do some more with this and I don't know what I plan to do with it. Those things are still cooking and moving and grooving. I think what we can do, let's go ahead and turn off all of these guys. Drills off. Piston. Can I get to you? I can't. Hmm. Reverse, please. Reverse, reverse. Okay. Okay, okay. Now we need to go 9. Grab this guy here. We're just going to set you down and see if you'll... Are we getting iron? Hey, we're getting iron. I'm going to take some of this ice with me. Beautiful. Okay. So that's only going to be drilling iron. Iron? What word is that? That's only going to be drilling iron. That's not going to be doing anything else. Let's see. What else I was thinking what Chad said. Uh, Tunnel from the landing park pad to the airlock doesn't have to be airtight. Oh, yeah. I know the tunnel doesn't have to be airtight. I kind of like the idea of it being airtight, but I know that it doesn't have to be. So here's my thoughts really quick. Right now we're going to get the farm up and running, but I want to have a door that leads to the outside. Um, and I'm going to have like a landing pad for like a shuttle to drop in over here that's not the parking pad that's going to stick out above the mountain. So, or to the side of the thing. So I'll have a landing pad that sticks out so that various things can do what it needs to do, so to speak. I'm not going to let this, I'm going to grab some parts really quick and I'm going to see about finishing building up around the thing before I drop off all these parts, because what's going to happen is this thing is going to prioritize. I don't think I don't think I ran this script. You see how the brakes are working? I don't think I ran that script. I'm pretty sure I didn't run that script. So really quick, let me think. Tunnel from something since you have the ice lake. Oh, why not bring out the pond strider? Yeah, Chad was like, hey, you had a pond strider. Why not bring the pond strider to this giant pond? Not a bad idea. That would be an excellent runabout just for like quick movement. I could also make like a little dirt bike version, like a little quad type hover thing. That'd be cool. Everyone said pretty much a mix between time lapse and cuts, like it works well. Mr. John said that he kind of liked the idea of seeing how the sausage was made. So like getting to see some of the process was helpful to him. And I agree with that. I also like, I don't always want to cut straight to the like, okay, and we're done. Like, 'cause then, I don't know, it feels like, okay, we're done. And then that's the whole shebang. So. I do tend to agree with that. Let's go up here and do a little bit of thinking. So we've got our plots landed out. We've got that thing built up. So here's what I was thinking. We would do, um, you know what we need? We need this to be like what color? We need this to be like John Deere green. Uh, yeah, like that. That's a good green right there. So we're gonna go up. Let's go up to 3 maybe. No, you know what? No, that should be good. Well, we'll see how this works because this is going to be a work in progress. We're going to do a couple, but so what we're going to do. Okay, so we need one. Trying to see where middle of it is. Okay, that one's the middle. So then we'll knock that guy back off. And yeah, so this is what I'm thinking. We're going to do that and then up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then this one should be this one, right? Does that look like that? Ah! Yeah, that looks right to me. And then, okay, this is where I was not sure what to do. So if we go, I'm trying to think how I want this to be. I have two thoughts. I have two thoughts on this. Okay, so one thought number one. Well, let's lay out a couple. Here's my two different ideas. We do 1, 2, 3. How many was that? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we did 1, 2, 3, and then we cut left, right? And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, too soon. Too soon. Too soon, Junior. Uh, so that's gonna be right there. Nah, that should be all right. And then we go 2, 3, 4. Okay. So then we go. Okay. Um, I think we might have to move this over one additional one. So it would be every 4 blocks and then a down. Okay, right? And then what we would have here is we would do 7 horizontal. I can't tell. This guy right there. Okay. And then I don't think I have collectors on the bar somewhere. So let's go ahead and get a collector system. We're going to say right there. Okay. Okay, so this is one way to do it. So collector and then pop, collector, collector. And we have it on these hinges and we automate and it goes and we have this one facing this way. This one faces this way. The alternative there would be, what would the alternative be if I was going to do something different? You know what? We're going to build one each. We're going to build one each. That is, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, okay. Okay, bear with me. We're gonna get weird for a second. Oh no, never mind. Oh wait, no, this will work. Okay. I want to make sure that 0 degrees is down. Okay. And then You go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4. 0 degrees is that way? Is that what I did? Okay, and then... Oh no, that's not going to work. That actively doesn't do what I wanted to do. Because I was going to say then you would put... What is that? What is that? How would that then work? If I do it this way, it would have to, like, it would have to come down one and it would... Unless we did a T-piece. Okay, let's... We're cooking. We're percolating. We're seeing what we got. Okay, so then we do a T-piece. Okay, and then... Okay, so that would do that, and then that would spin. Okay, that's kind of what we would do, and then... I know the sound effects are probably very helpful for you. 2, 3, 4, and then we'd need another... That would be 3, 3, and then the rotor. 4, get that guy there, and then 2, T-piece, and then 2. Okay, so these are the 2 versions I have. So basically, I would set... Now, I could do something cool with these. I could set them up to, like, synchronize. So this one, like, I could... This one go this way, that one go that way. And do kind of a cool thing like that. I'll tell you what. We're going to grab this. Grab this. Grab this. Grab this. Grab this. Yeah, we're gonna grab some stuff real quick. And I think the problem that I'm gonna have is gonna be a different one, and that's okay. I don't mind having a little bit of an issue, but I think we can probably, yeah, we're gonna have to do some stuff, but it's okay. I have a thought. I have a thought. Let's grab the stuff out of this guy. 9 steel tubes, small steel tube, really? Oh, it's probably because I don't have the pieces of it. But okay. Damn it, kids. I don't really need this to be welded up, but it's fine. Okay, I want to get that other one finished though, so let's go ahead and grab that. It's nighttime again. Let's see, let's close that. I have the vehicle parked, by the way, in such a way that one small steel tube. I got small steel tubes in here, I think. I do. Perfect. Go up here real quick. Okay, and then 4. Nope. What was I doing? I need this guy right here. Okay. See, and the only thing I don't love about that... Oh, that's not right at all. There we go. How did I put this one on? Let's do it that way, and we'll do this one this way as well. Okay, so then now, okay. So, what I would do is I would say this one's maximum displacement lower limit would be, if that's 0, what's on top? Okay. So then we'll do this one. Well, so upper limit. I actually don't know how to use these very well, so let's... I'm assuming it's at 360 right now, so let's do 90. And then 0. Okay. And then velocity 0.05. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. Oh, because they're on the same grid, it's going to turn them both, so I couldn't alternate them. I would only need one spinny guy. That actually cuts it down. I would only need one guy. What are you doing? Why are you welding this up? So 90, it would then reverse it. So it stops there. No, it does not stop. Yeah, it does. And then it would reverse. And then come back down, collect, go back up. Collect, go back up. So that's one way to do it. That's one thought. And then these guys. So what are they currently? Ah, you chunk. You are at. You're currently at 90 degrees. So your lower limit's 90. Your upper limit we would be 0. Okay. And then we would say your velocity is 1. Even if we go 2, right? So that goes up. We'd have it on a timer block, and every couple of seconds it just picks it up, picks it up, goes, picks it up, goes, picks it up, goes, and that is our auto harvesting system. I honestly, I gotta say, I think this one's more parts, but I think it looks better than this one. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this style. This is what I want. I like this style here. So now I need to, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Thank you for coming along on this journey with me. So what we're gonna do now is what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to chop this stuff back. And I'm going to, I got to think about this. So what I'm going to do is we're actually going to go sleep real quick. I'm going to run over there to the house. We're going to sleep. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to time lapse. So let's go get that stuff done. I also will probably get all my stuff back. Hydrogen is hydrogening. Why? You know. What else did, oh, and then John Bray also said, like, as far as dumb idea goes with small collectors, it's a subgrid. It's only dumb if it doesn't work. If it works, then it might be cool. And then he also mentioned that he feels like tracks do, in fact, give better, the tracks do give better traction and stuff. Like, he feels like they are beneficial. And I think that's interesting. I didn't know that. Um, let's see. What else? Did I miss anything else? Doesn't have to be. Yeah, I don't shoot the spiders myself. Oh, the turret did shoot the spider, but then it wouldn't shoot that last one that I was running away from. That's what was going on there, Clyde. Assume you're going to close it in and pressurize the oxygen. Yep. Piping down. Yep, 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 yep. All that stuff. Yep, 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 yep. I think that's all the comments, guys. Let's take a quick nap. We don't have time to sleep in. Got to get out there. Early bird catches the spider or something. All right, guys. Time lapse. Here we go. Okay. Radiation. You know what? We're not doing this. We're just gonna skip this, guys. I wasn't going to remove weather. I know that's cheesy, but I don't want to mess with it right now. So, here's what I got so far. I had to rebuild some of this stuff so I could put landing gears. That'll keep these things structured and in place. I can fit the covers on each side of it, which I'm excited about. I'll probably put the little covers there. So I've got this. These are all named properly, the timer blocks and everything. So what I've got, what'll happen is, basically this is going to trigger it. So what'll happen is we'll go to the timer, and what's going to happen is we're going to set up a version. We're going to trigger now. So what happens is the hinges. Oh, I have to set. Select all, copy all. Okay, and then paste, 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 paste. There we go. Okay, so these guys are all up. Then, in theory, what should happen is we've got a timer block that every time it gets to, we should do this to 0. Every time this hits 0, it's going to play this event timer, right? And then the timer, go here, timer real quick. We set this, we say trigger now, and the trigger every 7 seconds, it just reverses this thing. And so that's not going to work. Are we going to need 2 timer blocks? Okay, so it's going to go down. We're going to need a second timer block, which I was going to put. Let's go down here real quick. I thought I had this sorted completely out, so copy settings, copy all, paste settings. Oh, copy, paste. I know I can do this. Let's go get these computers really quick. I thought I had this sorted out in my head. I thought we'd only need 1, but I think we're gonna need 2 timers per row. But that's okay. That's okay. It won't even need 2 timers per row. We'll just need 2 timers. So this guy here. Oh, good. Gang, gang. Bug. No. No. I see you, you jackwing. Jerk.
Fuel low.
I know, fuel's low. That was not intentional. That was not what I was meant to happen. Of course. It never happens the way you want it to happen. Get these things juiced up real quick. Okay, so what's gonna happen once I get back up there? Good grief. I think Splitsy created a mod, by the way, and I believe all it does, I think the specific intent of this mod is to make it to where O2 tanks and H2 tanks aren't as heavy as they are. Okay, so that is created. So what we'll do is we go to timer. This one probably doesn't have any actions yet. Let's see, setup actions. Or it does. It doesn't have any actions yet. Okay, so then this right here is just going to reverse hinges. Okay, and we should probably change this timer. This is row 2 timer block 2. Okay, and that'll give you that. And then this one here, setup actions. In addition to this, it should also start this timer. So, in theory now, if I click this, these are all down, and this block is saying greater than or equal to 0. What'll happen is if we go to timer and we say trigger now, it's going to trigger these things to go up. This thing is going to then trigger to go back down. And then 7 seconds later, I think I've got the logic wrong here. Thinking. Okay. So timer block 1 says reverse hinges, trigger timer start 2. Okay. Timer block 2, look at this one, 10 seconds. And this thing says reverse hinges, start that timer. So then, right? So what if I trigger this now? So that goes up, and then it triggers the other timer. And if that takes less than 7 seconds, that goes back down. I don't even think I need the event controller. So if we put both timers, let's say 12 seconds. 12 seconds. Okay, we trigger now. They should just endlessly cycle each other. So this will go all the way to the top. It'll sit there for a few seconds, and then it'll trigger down. And then the next one will go. And the event controller can be used for something. Oh, you know what? I don't have hinges selected. That's going to make this thing not work. That's why this wasn't doing anything. So I may not have needed 2 timers. Because if I have this set to trigger at 0, basically when that one runs up, counts down, and then it goes back down. We would just need the 2 timer blocks. This is honestly doing nothing right now, and it's working. We don't need it to do anything. So that's what this will look like. That's the automated system. And obviously it's not finished outwards. I don't know that I'll build, because this is the stairway here. I don't know that I'm gonna. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know. Is what I don't know. Because if we're looking at some height and stuff, we don't need. We just honestly need those 2 timers. We don't need, because we can put all of the hinges in those groups. Instead of hinge group 2, we can just do all crop hinges, and all of these will cycle. So okay, let's build out some more stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build out some more junk really quick. We're going to go this way. We're going to go back to the green. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I want to actually go, these are going to be set differently, so I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Yeah, that's what we're going to have these do, something different. So let's get this square boy here. Oh, it doesn't need to be a T on this one, just needs to be at one of these guys. Do this here, and then 9. Could do that way, so we have 2 going that way, 2 going that way. We may not need all of these. We may get rid of that one right there, and just have one on either end, but for now, we're going to do it like this. Okay, and then this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, T-piece, right? Is that right? That's right. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, T-piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, T-piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, T-piece. And then 6. Why is this resetting? It shouldn't be resetting, but it seems like it wants to. Okay, and then 2. And then honestly, we don't even need these, like I said, we don't need these to be row 2. we can just say, okay, let's grab this. We say all, copy all, and then we can do paste, 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 paste. And if I really wanted, if I wanted to get crazy, I could name these. This is going to be hinge 1, and then I would do select all, copy all, and then from here I could do this if we wanted to have that happen. That way that they are nice and broken out. And then once these are finished, which I don't think I have, I don't think I have the stuff to build those all out. Let's go see. I don't think I do, but we can see. And it's the motors that are going to get us probably. The motor in. What's your price, me? So weld that up, weld that up, weld that up, weld that up, weld that up. Do I have anything left? Nope, I sure don't. Okay, go get these last couple of parts. I'm not gonna be time lapsing this, but we're on the verge of seeing this be really cool and successful. So we gotta, you know, we gotta have the successes together, right? Okay, so then we can go into the brick here. We can say these are all hinge row 1. Hinge 1. These can be row 1 hinges. Save. And then, honestly, instead of this, we're gonna get rid of this group, and we're gonna get rid of this group. We're gonna copy all of these, and we're gonna say crop hinges. And then our timers. Timer 1, setup action. Crop hinges. We say reverse. And then down here, crop hinges, reverse, and then it'll keep timing each other off. And then we have a bit of a problem. Hinge 2, row 2 hinges. Let's reverse all those. We get them all up. And then when we start the timer, they'll synchronize swimming. I honestly don't mind if they were off at all. That wouldn't bother me too much. Let's go through really quick, and let's go ahead and add our 5. Let's go ahead and add our these guys here. Okay, now come over here. Put that guy there. What do I need? I need interior plates? Do I not have interior plates? I've got interior plates. What do I need for this? Why can't I place this there? Is it because I'm blocking the path? That's weird. Why can't I place this cap? Can I place it here? Oh, do I already have one there? No, I don't. They're the same distance apart. Very strange. Can I place this one? Can place that one. Place that one about this guy. Nope, it's just that one angle? Like, what's going on there? Ah, very interesting. Okay, well, so that's... Oh, did I not build them all the way far enough? Shit. Everybody see the problem here? I see the problem. Alright, time lapse. Alrighty, here we go. Look at that synchronized cropping. And in theory, all of this should 100% reach the things. Those are not. Why are these so off alignment and these are not? I do not understand. 1, 2, 3. Something is going on here where this. It's still off grid, and I don't think there's a way. Let me see. This is lined up with that section right there. This is lined up with that section. I gotta correct this one more time. We're gonna cut away for this. Okay. This still doesn't feel right, if I'm being honest. But I will say, on the plus side, while it doesn't feel right, it is as accurate as it's gonna get. I'm not gonna mess with it again. That is the third time I've rebuilt it. I know I cut away for that last one because I was just not in the mood for it. Why can't I color this? That's very odd. Can I color that? Can I color anything? Weird. Does not appear to want to be colored. I don't know what's going on. That's strange. Anyways, you know what we're going to do is here's what's going to happen. I'm going to cut away really quick. I'm going to dump all this stuff out of the inventory of my truck. Once I get that done, I'm going to give it all to the self-maintenance unit. And then I'm going to go get iron and we're going to make a run. I'll pick you up here in a second once I get all of this stuff out of my vehicle. And part of me thinks I should just install a connector right here. And then with that connector, just spam the absolute snot out of like this thing just dumping all the stuff out of the back, but I'm not going to do that. So here we go. I'll see you in a second. Okay. Truck, I believe, is offloaded. Let's validate. Truck is mostly offloaded. Truck is offloaded now. We should have nothing left but a rad pan, some magnesium, and crap I don't need in my inventory. Yeah. Let's go ahead and go. Maintenance unit should be able to go do some work and do all that stuff. While that's doing that, let's go pick up some iron from our wonderful mine. It should have collected quite a bit of crap for right now, and then we can take that over to that base. And maybe what we'll do is we'll go ahead and set this thing to collect all and dump out, and then just let Bob have his way picking it up. Let's see, belly connector. Let's do collect all. What is that? Collect all on off, throw out on off. That'll be, oh, wrong button. That'll be good for getting over there to Bob. I won't have to stop and hand collect it. I can just dump it all out that way. And then, yeah. I gotta say, the hauler is definitely pretty great. The brakes, I can't believe the script, I don't recall putting the script on this grid, if I'm being honest. So I don't remember putting it in the programmable block. I'm not mad that it is working, but I just don't expect it to, I didn't expect it to be doing that. So let's go ahead and jump that there. Yeah, let's go ahead, go down here. What do we got, guys? 40K, that is a substantial amount of iron. The other part of me, oh, none of that is connected. That sounded bad. What was that about? Ow. Donk. All components. This eventually, I think, was going to become like a refinery system. Like, I would like to have a full-on refinery and everything over here with yield modules, so that's probably what this is going to become. But for now, it's just going to be we got 2 more loads. I don't think Bob is on. I don't think Bob is currently turned on, which is good. I will say the Bob, having the Bob on the truck, I thought it would be useful. It's really not, and I'll tell you why. Because it tries to choke stuff through the small container, that causes a bit of an issue, I feel like. We got 1 more load. No sense in leaving any of it behind. Grab that, and then let's get this last one. You know what I could do if I was a smarter man? Put a cargo container right here, and then I can just access it without flying into the hole. Wow, Quantum, that would be really smart. Why don't you do that? Well, kids, because I'm not smart. We've established. Do I have any food on me? I don't. I have a med kit, but I don't really need that. Let's get going. We're going to go get this unknown signal. Yeah, we're going to go grab that unknown signal, and then, yeah, we'll go dump all this crap off at the refinery. But it's going to have to build the iron, which is going to take some sweet, sweet time. So, I'll tell you what. I'm going to pick you up once we get to the unknown signal, and we'll see what we get. Alrighty. Flip over. Flip over. Well, ooh, a meal pack. Expired slop. I can't wait to not eat that. Excuse me. Roll over, please. There we go. Nothing. I am shocked. Okay. Get that in there. Handbrake off. Let's go. I can feel it wanting to try to tip over. I refuse to allow that to happen. I say that and then what am I gonna do? Alright, let's get some boosters on this bad boy. See how fast we can get this sucker going. That famous last words. Bwah, 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 bwah. Man, we're doing 80 meters a second. How terrifying is that? Let's go ahead and let this sucker coast down. The slightest move would ruin Tator's day. I'm gonna hit an imaginary bump and just rocket myself into the sky. That's what's gonna happen. That's 69 kilos. 69,000 kilos, I should say. Alright, let's drop this crap off. Let's let that get it going. And then we'll go check on progress while this is dumping it all off. You know, in hindsight, I was thinking about this. This may not be the best way to... What do we think about this methodology? It's pretty funny, actually. Just like I walk over here, I poop it out, and then it's not bad. What else? I guess we could also do the other connector. Collect all, on, off, throw out, on, off. Leave the gun there, and then the ice. Yeah, the ice can stay there. That's not a bad idea to leave that in place. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some food. Let's grab 4 of these packs. And then let's empty this. Let's go. You can have that too. The rest I'm taking back to the other guy. It is hard to get up in there. I wonder, should I put... What do you guys think about having like a ladder right? No, I don't like it. I thought about it. I decided no, never mind. Have we picked up all the iron? It doesn't look like we have. Alright, let's go.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
You know what I didn't think about? One of the things I didn't think about is the potatoes and stuff should really go to the farm, right? Yeah, I think they should.
Inventory full.
Inventory full. The sound of my people. Because we're not making any raw stuff over here. I think Bob's got this. Good job, Bob. And now that the refinery's pumping that out, I will say having this refinery here, the Prototech refinery, is definitely, that's probably doing a really good job of efficiently mining all that crap up. Let's go take a look and see how far the thing got. Oh, you know what we should also do really quick? We should probably collect some stuff to take over there. So let's go ahead and break first. You know what? Hasn't had a chance to build it. Never mind. We don't have anything there. So let's go ahead and check and see where the self-maintenance unit, how far it's gotten, and go see what we got. And then I think we're gonna pause for a bit, and maybe I'll wait for some more stuff to build up, and then we'll pick back up once I have enough stuff built up, because it feels like we're just permanently waiting, is what it feels like. Here you go. I brought you some of this, this, and this. Actually, you can just have all of that. And then you can even have the expired slop, because that's important. Alright, so if we take a quick walk through, this is lit up, nice, I like it. This has always been done. Okay. You guys are right, I definitely don't need to air tighten this space. I should drill all this stuff down and give it some time first. But that's okay. Keep going, we're going, we're going. Just a long walk. It's not bad in here. Come up to the top. We've got pipes done. Look at that. That's beautiful. We've got these guys are all done. I got to figure out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down from that block right there. I'm going to cut down and out. I got to figure out how I want that to look exactly, but I think that's going to be the system that comes out of this. And in fact, we might lay that out here in a second. But if we come up here and we take a look at this, these guys looking good. Everything's beautiful and wonderful. I am pretty excited about this system. You guys have to let me know what you think. Yeah, but this is gonna be good. We may not need this block here, but I think, and we probably don't need. I don't know if we're gonna need that block. We'll see what we need. I got to figure out how to put a roof on this thing. I definitely want to. Obviously, only some of it's gonna be sunny, some of it's not gonna be sunny. So we'll see how that goes, how that plays out. Um, that's kind of what I was thinking right there. Um, let's have a nice walkway. There's no reason to really seal that off. We got another unknown signal. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break ski from recording. This is already, I mean, this is an hour. This is right now an hour. We're at an hour and 20 minutes of recording. I might go pick that up. Actually, let's go do that now. I'm just gonna whip and Nene over there. Let's see. Let me see what. Let's see what we're at for. Okay, we got plenty of hydrogen. I'm gonna eat one of these little hamburger sandwiches, and then we're just gonna we're gonna boost this over there. We're not gonna do this walking business. We don't walk here. And then we're gonna cut after this. We're gonna catch this thing as it's floating down, because why wouldn't we do that? Oh, it's one of you guys. No, no sir, no sir. Got it. Aha! No! Boom, boom! Dang, that just detonated on the ground. All right. I tried to catch it. Can we strip this without... This is funny. No! Where'd it go? Wow. Aha! Victory! Victory or nothing. You can have that. There you go, Bob. Take care of that for me. We fly! That would have been bad if I just clipped myself and died right then and there, but it'd have been funny too. What do I have? I've got 2 of these things I don't need. But yeah, we're gonna take a break. This is gonna be welding up. I think it's already blew through all the parts that I gave it. It's got tons of interior plate, but we didn't build a lot of interior plates. So what I need to do while we're doing it in the background, I'm gonna go queue up just a metric crap load of the wonderful small steel plates. And wrong button. Unable to park. Good, good. I don't want that to ever happen. Steel. Nope, that's not the right production. No, maybe. Okay, we've got stuff. All right, so yeah, when I get back, I'll load that vehicle up over there, and we'll go through that. So I'll catch you in a bit, guys. Hey, up, 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 up. We're back. We're back. A dinosaur story. Yeah, yeah. You can tell it's nighttime. We did some stuff. We did some things. Um, we've been hauling crap back and forth. It has been a lot. I'm gonna show you what we got. So once we got kind of the layout of the things, basically you guys saw the design of what we've got going on for the wonderful um, my automation system in terms of picking things up. I went back. I kind of ground out some stuff and chewed some stuff down just so that we would have a little bit more space. Uh, and what we've got is a dark system, a dark situation, really. But what we have, more importantly, if anything, is that we've got first. I'm gonna turn the lights on here. You know, I probably should just go sleep it off really quick. But what we have is this is quite a bit of stuff complete. So come into here. I went ahead and I grinded some stuff to ground some stuff down. Like I haven't gotten rid of all these walls here, but I thought like, oh man, we don't need this to be airtight just yet. So I've got the doors and stuff obviously still up. You wouldn't see all these things, but as we go all the way up here, this space isn't yet um, done. But I did here. If you look, where is that at? I think it's up here. Up here we have an air vent, and this is literally coming in from the outside. But I changed some blocks here so you can see. Got some different style blocks here. We got the piping system running through there. I probably should grind that out, drill that out. I don't. It's probably still airtight right there, but this other area is not airtight at all. And I plan to like I'm gonna change out these blocks too. Like I don't want this to just be steel blocks. So we got this kind of stuff done. This is all piped up. And you come up here, we did some changes here. So we've got these blocks looking a little different. And then as up here, you can see tons of difference. We got the walk around railing. We've got these floor pieces here, these interior blocks that kind of walk around. Obviously, we're open to the night sky. We're gonna have another vent here. We've got some piping that comes down from that right there that is complete, and then that pumps out to these guys here. And we've got this is going to be another intake fan for this area. And then we run up here. And I didn't do much else to this. I hadn't finished this. We did get welded up, but this system here is definitely ready to rock and roll um, in terms of that stuff. So what I was going to do, because it's going to be a long one, we're already at like 50 minutes before this little moment. So what I was thinking about doing is trying to figure out how to close this in with like some windows and stuff. So and I might do that. I think I've got some girders in the truck, but first we're gonna run back to the house. We're gonna sleep it off. That way we don't have to worry about being blind. Even though the night sky here is pretty great. Let's go in here. We'll 6, 7, close it out. Pop a sleepy time. I'm facing the wrong way. Get up. Sun should be coming up. It is. Look at that, spazzing out that light. Making some more interior plates back there. I think that's what we're out of. Like I said, we transferred a ton of crap. I don't even know what's still on this grid here, to be honest. We've got some... we have tons of those. I guess I didn't need the ones I'm making over there. Okay, that's not a big deal. Need that. Is that... None of this is connected yet, so... I will say that is one... We'll call it a flaw there. That I don't have this part of the grid connected to this part of the grid up here. I do plan to come out from here and build a system of tubes. I'm not really sure what that's going to look like. And I probably also at some point I'm going to come through and cut out these blocks for like this the light armor blocks, probably do interior plate blocks or something, like just to give it a different look. It does not need to be steel blocks. So let's see, what do we got? We need a window sheet. I'm thinking the 2x3 is probably what we're gonna do. And then I want to say we might just I'm trying to decide how I want to do that. Cause that uh, hmm. Trying to decide. How best to do this? If we just block out, block out. Uh, do I want a bolt up here, a bolt, I don't even know that that will be, um, I don't think that'll actually be airtight. I'm honestly not sure. Let's see. Block there, block there, block there, and then I was thinking, what if we did like, or what if we did, it's hard to tell. I don't know what the right, I don't think that's gonna work, and I'll tell you why. Let me, if we do, so let's, just for grins, let's put that stuff in there, and let's say we want, let's go ahead and get these things out. All right, I'm gonna cut away the time ups real quick, and I'll see what I can lay out. Okay, that's what that's gonna look like. That's gonna be greenhoused in. I don't know that I like it. Obviously, this section here is not, nothing has been done with that yet, and it looks terrible. And over here is obviously not welded up because we haven't put any steel plate in it, but that's kind of where we're at with all the things. All of these things should still function. This will be airtight. This may not be how we do the roof, the lighting. There may be just big glass panels. The problem with the glass, in my opinion, is it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest thing in the world. So I did have an idea though. And I don't know what that would look like. Let me take a quick thought for a second, a little thought experiment. If we did... No, it would have to be up. We'd have to figure out how to go up from there, which it's not possible. It's not possible, but we'll have this idea of like, what if we did this right here, where we have, like, I would drill that out, and we'd have a walkway. That does window, 1x1 flat, like that, and then we could do just a metal plate, which I've got on my bar somewhere, I thought, but it doesn't seem like I do. Just strange, so that's fine. But you know what I mean? Just do like a metal walkway coming out here, and then the rest could be glass. This could be like a walkway coming out to the docking bay thing that I was talking about having. Honestly, I want to see if I can find that, but I need a light armor plate. So I need this here. There we go. Like that, and then if we come here, sorry, this is me getting crazy, you know? I'm trying to. I know we got one here. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, do something like this,
Fuel low.
and then this could be an airlock. Like we would come in through there, right there,
Fuel critical.
come out through the airlock. I don't know if there's a. I think there's like a one of these guys. Yeah. And then so kind of getting one of these things here. That, and then you know what I mean? And then yeah, like a window. We got this window here. We just go back to a 1x1. We don't technically need this right this second. Yeah. So then this would be. Oh, I am out of fuel. I'm out. Okay, let's get back in there. All right, I think that's gonna be it. We're gonna wrap that up. Like I said, I did a little bit of welding off screen just to get everything sort of circulated. I've got tons of stuff in the inventory of this bad boy here that we need to just dump into this guy. Mostly it's gonna be these. I need silicon plate or glass. I'm gonna need some bulletproof glass, which I don't have, so I probably am gonna have to run over there and do that. Get that stuff, but you kind of get the idea of what I'm going for up there. I truly, you know, let's go ahead and say what it, call it what it is. I don't like this roof section here. We are gonna fix that. I'm not gonna stick with that. But that's what we got, guys. This is the technical difficulties of trying to get that farming system in place. But we're getting there. We are moving towards the ability to do all this stuff. So really, this is gonna be a lot of welding. You've seen the layout. You kind of see my thoughts, what we're thinking. So I think the next step is going to be to weld a bunch of stuff up and see if it's airtight. Once we find out it's airtight, I'll probably start changing out these blocks, right? All these blocks that are just light armor. Like, we can do different blocks, maybe give it some design, stuff like that. But for the most part, let's get this thing airtight first. I think that is my big plan. So, if you enjoyed this, you know what to do. Keep leaving those comments down below. I really appreciate that, guys. I like interacting and responding and all of those things. Yeah. I will catch you later, taters, and as always, be kind and stay ornery. Bye.